Good morning, Jasmine.
Good morning.
And good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
I'm trying to get my computer set up here. Okay, one little thing before I do anything else. Get Sarah in here. Okay, I'm gonna step away from the screen for a minute. You probably still see me apparently, but I'm gonna be right back. Let's go back. I knew somebody would be coming in just as soon as I did that. Hi, Sarah. And Araceli, how are you? I'm back in my classroom, if you can see. Okay, be right back just for a second. Okay. Oh my goodness. No, I don't want that. Someone else still coming in? Okay, I'm checking periodically as I go and do this. I keep pulling up the wrong one. I don't know why. Okay. All right, here we go. Have to wait till it changes pages before I can actually do anything. Okay, I'm like checking everyone as they come in. Okay. Here. Oh, crap. All right. Bear with me. Okay, no one else has come in? Okay, good. All right. Okay. Hey, how are you? There we go. Right back. Here comes. Come on, come on. Yes, okay. Anybody else come in? No, not yet. I had a little bit of a problem this morning. I put on the wrong chapter and then I was like trying to fix it and then I still put it on the wrong chapter. I was going 14.2, then I was going 14.1 and I'm like, wait a minute, we're at 9. So whoever just came in, good morning. I'm just gonna take roll real quick. Okay, Sarah, Alex, Araceli, Diana. Okay, who else we got in here? Oh, so I got these stronger glasses. Now I just can't see the computer. I can see up close, but I can't see the computer. Great. Well, a lot of good that's going to help, huh? Apparently, we have 3 different types of, or different lengths, or I don't know what they would call it. You have a distance between you and the computer, you have a distance between you and your reading material, and then you have a distance like when you're driving. Instead of just before, it was like driving and then reading, right? Now I've got the computer one in between. So I got this nifty little thing yesterday. I don't know if anybody knows what this is. Ever seen one of these?
To open doors?
Yes, who said that? Yeah, that's exactly, do you have one too?
To punch in, like the gas stations to punch in the numbers? No, I don't have one, but I've seen them.
Yeah, Mac was giving them away when you purchase something. So it's like to open the door, it's to touch the buttons, it's to do all kinds of weird things. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. And you keep it on your keychain so that you don't forget it. It's nice. 7 so far. I'm missing someone here. Oh, Kat, I didn't see you. Okay. Like, how could I miss you, huh? Gotta see your face. Those of you that had trouble yesterday trying to send the video, you will have to send it again today if you didn't get it through. If you send it through the zip, it didn't go through. So you'll have to send it to my email.
I tried to send
Okay.
it, but it wouldn't let me.
Huh?
I tried to
It
send
would have said that it went through, but when I opened up the app, like the zip app, there's nothing there. There's a blank screen on there. So I figured that's what it was. It was the video, I'm assuming,
I don't know,
on a
but
couple people.
I didn't try to send it through zip. I tried to send it through email, but it was telling me it was too long, but it wasn't even long. I got it.
It should be able to do it on the email.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to send it to my laptop and try.
Send it as an attachment.
Yeah, I did that. I don't know.
Okay. And then Catalina, you said that you didn't do your you didn't do the consultation. You can use the one, because I had this for the new girls too. Use the one that's in the textbook, because they give an example of one.
So you don't,
Okay.
do you want me to resend it?
Excuse me?
You want me to resend it?
Did you do one? You know, the video, you said you didn't
Yeah,
want
I
to do
did
the
on
video.
yesterday. I just didn't do the consultation part.
Okay, so yeah, you can use the consultation what book, you know, in the textbook, it's got one. Do you remember the one we did it with the Dermalogica that morning? We went through it when you first started here.
I think so.
Yeah, that's the consultation sheet. So if you could find that one,
The
you can
little
use that one.
card.
No. It was a piece of paper that I asked you to fill out. Like
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, Yusara.
Good morning.
Did you send your videos yesterday?
Yeah,
Okay, so send them to my email because they didn't come
yeah, I
through on
sent
the
to
zip.
your email. I sent to your email.
Okay, because I got a couple of things that were coming in through the
You know, because
Okay.
yeah, the first time I sent to you message, and after half an hour, I remember. Oh, she said here, yeah, and then I sent it. Sorry.
Okay, I haven't gotten on my email yet until I won't be able to until like the break between this one and my
Oh,
next
okay.
class. So that's what I'm going to check them all. I'm like, ugh.
No, I sent it. Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, I just checked the zip to make sure there was nobody not coming in today or whatever. So I saw a lot of blank ones. So I'm like, okay, I should make sure I tell everybody that it's got to go through the email. It won't
Okay.
go through the zip.
Okay.
And I thought, why not? It's a MMS, right? It's a little clip. I bet it's long enough for a TikTok. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my daughter, she doesn't want. She's shy.
She's shy.
Yeah. Oh
That's
my God.
okay.
Half an hour I talked to her. Please, Mama, I don't have anybody. Please.
You don't have to, yeah, you don't have to have their faces. You just have to have, you know, asking her those,
Oh, okay.
she answers it. Yeah. You got to
No, we
hear her
do.
voice, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We do faces and voice. It's
I'm
okay.
trying to get through today, hopefully crossing fingers for tomorrow. Okay, the new wax comes in tomorrow that I bought.
Oh,
Remember I
perfect.
told you it's behind. So you'll get to try the other wax now,
Oh,
the one
good.
that you're going to get in your kit. Those of you that have your kit and your wax pot, you need to bring them in tomorrow. Okay, so that's Diana, Yusara, you know, all of them. So they kind of need to be here because we'll do that in the afternoon. And hopefully we
No,
can get a facial on.
I don't have, Miss Jenny.
Huh?
I don't
You don't
have.
have your wax pot?
No, the
Oh, you
wax I
haven't
don't
gotten that
take.
before. Oh, okay,
Some
you got everything else.
I take some stuff. Yeah, you remember when I
Yeah.
signed? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so the ones that do have it, bring that in. We're also doing state board, so your state board stuff should be here. One more thing. And I'm hoping to be able to do like facials on each other by Friday. Crossing fingers, because we're already doing clients, so let's see what happens, okay?
Okay.
We're not doing clients yet for us, but they are on the clinic floor. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, let me set up my page on here for you while I'm waiting for Megan. And okay, I'll be right back here. I gotta go through these pages and then I can share it with you. Did we finish the agreement on page 274, just to make sure? Was that filled in for you already? Did we finish that part anyways, or not?
Yeah.
Does everybody have it?
I filled it in.
Okay. Then I'll just go through it just to make sure if you just filled it in, okay? That way it gets covered just in case.
Can you repeat the page?
274.
Okay, thank you.
Because it was just basically finishing up the agreement, right? That part of anyways of it. Come on up here. Oh gosh, I forgot. You guys can still see me. Okay, almost done. That agreement. Okay, we had finished all this yesterday, right? We'd finished all of that chapter 14.1. Okay, so I'm going to go through the agreement on 274 to make sure you guys got that information. Next to the agreement, it should have said, avoid using industry lingo. Okay, try to make it as easy or understandable for your client in her language. Okay, it's like slang, just whatever we got to use to get the point across, but try not to use big words that we use in ours, like exfoliation. It's a scrub to her, you know, that type of stuff. So the first block on there should have said, summarize and explain the recommended treatments. Okay, the second one would have said, state the cost of today's treatment, future treatment, and home care products. The third block would have been gain feedback from client on your suggestions. And your last block would have said, ensure you and your client are in agreement before beginning the service. Providing that cost information prior to performing the service builds trust, gains the client's agreement, and keeps communication open between the two of you. Okay, and there was a learning connection at the bottom. Those of you that had handouts, you should have had this time, right? Because I did this part of it. Ones that are on books, they don't have it, right? When you have books online, it doesn't have that page for you, does it? Sarah? Sarah, at the bottom of page 274, in that handout that I gave you, okay, does it have a learning connection at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and do that. Shouldn't take more than a minute, 2 minutes to do that. It says for each of the 4 statements below, compare the statements in column A and B. Decide which statement you feel is the most appropriate communication to use during the consultation and place a check mark in the box to the left of the statement. Okay, so the first one was, how did you feel about the results from the enzyme treatment you had last time? Which one of those, or did you like what I did for you last time? A or B? Which one sounds better?
A.
Okay, thanks. 2 is, are you interested in the recommendations I just presented to you? Or what do you think you want to do? A, right?
Hey.
Okay. 3, I'm happy to tell you that not only are facials on special this week, but you will also receive this beautiful candle when you schedule an appointment. Okay, the other one is, I'm not sure how much this particular facial is. I don't think it's very much. I know you get a candle with it.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, and I do hear students talking like this on the floor. It's scary. 4, what type of cleanser do you currently use? You may want to consider a deep pore cleanser for your skin type. Or, I've never seen skin like this before. You must not use a deep pore cleanser at all. So there it goes back to that. That's A, right? It goes back to don't insult the client. At least praise her for something that she's done. Okay, so maybe she's not using the product that you are, but say, I'm glad you're at least cleansing your face. Put it to her like she is doing something right. You just don't want to break her down and keep going. You should be this way, because then you sound like you're just, her mom or something. You know what I mean? You're not trying to be her mom. You're trying to be her friend. You're working as a partnership, remember? Okay, so finishing that one, we should be on 275, correct? Okay, and I am going to change the screen. So give me 1 second again. All right. So we're going to go into 9.2, which is after the service, or during the service, excuse me. During and after. And it is now downloading. As soon as it changes, I'm going to lock your screen onto it. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to download this for you, the study slides. Two of these pages, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Here it comes. So this is going to be our delivery, correct? 275. Once it logs on to us. There we go. So this is going to be during and after the service. So it's delivery and completion. At the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to describe the elements of the client education used in the delivery phase of the service. Identify the importance of soliciting feedback, retail sales, rebooking, follow-up care used in the completion phase of the service, and identify the various types of follow-up care. I hate to use that word retail. What I'd like you to just get used to saying is educate, because if you educate her, she will buy from you, so you don't have to do any selling. Okay, but you've got to actually give her the information so she can make that choice. Okay. So this is going to be during and after the service. It's important to continue the dialogue during and after the service to ensure that the client is comfortable, ensure that the expectations are met, and provide the opportunity to recommend proper home care regimen and a follow-up service after the service. So under your delivery, you're just going to put it in there, provide the opportunity to recommend proper home care. That whole bullet right there. Let me get rid of that. Okay. After that is completed in this one, then you're going to go back to the first two bullets. But to ensure that the client is comfortable and to ensure that the expectations are met. They have it backwards in your book, how they want you to put it in there. Remember, I had given you little ideas to use on your treatment bed, okay, to make that client extra comfortable. You can put like a little cushion in your memory foam, or I use those sheepskin They have one that actually fits over your massage bed, but remember the sheepskin car seat covers? There's one that actually fits over the massage bed. Then you can put your sheets on it, or you can put a heating pad underneath there, or you can put like a little massager under there. You want it to feel really comfortable for them, okay? Don't forget those little bolsters underneath the knees so that her lower back is not hurting. Just do whatever it is that you can make that more comfortable and pampering. It's gonna make her go, I gotta come back. I just like the way you made me feel. All right, I'm gonna change this page if you filled this in already. All right, during this delivery phase, you don't have to put this in there, okay? During this delivery phase of the service, the institution is going to provide the treatment recommended and continue to build that trust and a sense of confidence. Sometimes you girls feel a little unknowledgeable, I guess you say, when a client asks you what ingredients are in your product. When you take your own products in there, or when you're working on with yourselves, because on mine it's a palette, but you can actually read the bullets off of the bottle itself, and it actually tells you what it actually does, the benefits and features on it, so you can explain it to your client. It makes you sound really knowledgeable. It makes you feel confident when you can actually do that. So the goals are going to include ensuring the client's comfort, education again, all right, explanation of the actions and reaching results that will satisfy the client's needs, approaching every client with the desire to make the session as comfortable as possible, and achieving results by recommending a series of treatments. Okay, that series is basically how you're going to be making your money. Okay, you want our clients to come in on a series of 6. Okay, so when you make your menu for your salon, you're going to have a price for just a single facial. Okay, and when you put that facial on the menu, you're going to make sure that you give a little story behind it. Because if you've ever picked up a menu from a spa, every facial has this little story. Might be, it's, you know, Thanksgiving or winter or, you know, autumn or whatever. And it's saying, oh, I've got a nice pumpkin spice facial enzyme. And then you can tell what that actual procedure does in that little story. So your one time is going to be a little bit more expensive than if you had bought 6 of them, okay, and divided that by, you know, 6 different facials. You want to be able to give them a free one on the 6th try. So 5 of them are going to be at a certain price. This is how you'll set up all your series. Figure out your price for your one, and then make it a little bit easier on the 5 so that you can give them one, plus maybe a product to start them out with, a starter kit. A little tiny one that's got like 2 ounces of each product in it for them, so that you can get them hooked on what you're using. Okay, it's an easy way to get the client to start using your product. I always say, go ahead and finish what you're using right now. Just give this one a try, because they're getting it for free. They're going to try it. Do you see what I'm saying? But I only do that with my clients that are purchasing that series. Okay, I'm going to flip this page because you don't have to put this in there. Okay, and it should go through the guidelines. There we go. These 2 key guidelines of the client education. Okay, there's going to be one where it says tell in your little study guide right there. You're going to write, tell the clients what to expect during the procedure and what products will be used, including the features and benefits of that product. Does anybody remember one thing that I told you you'd have to tell the client before you did it immediately? Last week we were talking about this. We even did it last week. If you didn't tell her, she's going to jump off that bed.
Oh, we need to try the wax.
No,
Light.
the high frequency machine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there's where you're going to like tell the client what to expect, because if you don't, she's going to come off that bed. You know what it sounded like yourselves. You're like, oh no, I don't want to touch it. When it wasn't actually anything but the noise. So since she will be with her eyes kind of closed, just tell her that I'm going to be using this to either clear up the bacteria, or if I'm going to use it for dry skin, I might be increasing, you know, sebum production. But I always let them feel it on their hand first. Okay, I kind of wake them up just a little bit right there and tell them this is what I'm going to be using and this is why I'm using it. Okay. The second one, where it says recommend, you're going to put in there, you're going to recommend products for home care. This completes the professional selling process and ensures the clients are fully informed and realistic about the results. Here again, I hate that word selling. Okay, if you educate them, they will want to buy from you. You don't even have to worry about trying to sell them a product. Okay. And if they're coming to you for a series anyways, they're trying to get the best results possible. And the only way they're going to do that is if they're doing the same thing that you do in the treatment room, okay, at home. It has to be a partnership. And that's how I do explain it to my clients. You want to get this to look better or feel better, whatever it is that they're trying to achieve, we have to work together. Okay. So that's why it's kind of important when you're doing those series, you've already set them up for that part where they're going to come back on a weekly basis. Give them the product to use at home, and don't forget to show them how to use it. It may take you an extra 10 minutes to show them, but guaranteed that client's going to be back because you showed her how to use it instead of just saying, here, you know how to use cleanser, don't you? Here. Okay, and then when she uses it in a week, she goes, I thought you said it was going to last me like 4 weeks. Well, it will if you show her how to use it. Okay. So everyone's got this up there, right? All right, you've got those little bubbles right below the tell, right? Okay, and your feature, you're going to write, it's a key ingredient of the product. Okay, we'll go back here. It's the key ingredient of the product. Okay, one product might be hyaluronic acid. Okay, that's one of those. So that's your feature. Your benefit is going to be the results the ingredient delivers. Okay, the results the ingredient delivers. So on a hyaluronic acid, okay, basically we're adding 1,000 times its weight in water as far as moisture into it, and we're locking it in. So that's a benefit. Your product statement is going to be a feature and a benefit stated to a client. Okay, feature and a benefit stated to the client.
Miss Jeannie, can you repeat the feature, please?
Yes, it's the key ingredient of the product.
Could you also repeat the benefit, please?
Yes, the benefit is the result the ingredient delivers. So if my feature, the key ingredient was going to be hyaluronic acid, okay, then the benefit is going to say that it holds 1,000 times its weight in water as far as moisture. It locks that into the skin, so it makes the toner work 1,000 times better. All right, and then the product statement is going to be the two of those together. Okay, that's what you're claiming. All right, on your completion, this is going to be the final phase of your service. Okay, this is where you're going to put this next to completion. You're going to solicit feedback. You're going to recommend follow-up home care regimen and retail products. Okay, you're going to rebook for her next appointment. You want to express appreciation, thank her for allowing you to do the service on her, and then you want to follow up with her. Okay, 24 hours, 48 hours. Okay, and if it's appeal, you want to make sure you're doing it within the 24-hour period. So you're going to kind of ask questions like, how does your skin feel? Okay, hydrated, does it feel a little tight? Whatever it is that she's feeling, and how did she like her products? Pretty much. Did you like the cleanser that I suggested for you? Okay, you also have underneath the phase 5 of client services rebooking. The very bottom of the screen says asking your client to book another appointment in advance is known as rebooking. Okay, so you want to fill that in. Okay, asking your client to book another appointment in advance is rebooking. Okay, clients should always feel like they're a guest during the visit, okay? Use intuition if your client is non-committal regarding the satisfaction. You always want to keep that line of communication open, keep customers satisfied, and encourage the client to communicate freely, even if it's a complaint. Okay. So here you're going to put that right into your soliciting feedback, okay? But the client should always feel like a guest, okay? Use intuition if a client is non-committal regarding their satisfaction. Keep the lines of communication open, keeps the customer satisfied, and encourage the client to communicate freely, even if it's a complaint. You know, maybe you have that little, you were pressing too hard on my skin, the manipulations were rubbing against it, it's irritating. Let her know that you want to get that feedback. And you're going to be doing that a lot when you first start giving massages to each other in the classroom. Is always ask the partner, how's my pressure? Is it firm? Is it too soft? Because if you get too soft, you're going to be tickling people. If you get too hard, you're going to slap them and they're going to slap you because it's too hard. There is a face underneath there. And let me know when you have that all filled in. We've done all this book work and all I want to do is get on top of a client or someone in practices in class to be able to use everything that we have in here. Steamers, the mag lights, everything. And by the way, we can be so thankful for our janitor, okay? He actually fixed the skin scanner, the very bottom of it. Remember how it was spinning right there on the legs? And the handle has been replaced. So it's a very nice one. I looked one of those up recently, within the last month or something, and it was $388 or $288. I can't remember, but that's a great price considering we paid $1,500 when it first came out. So if you're thinking about purchasing one, it's a great idea. Okay, thumbs up when you've gotten this completed. Okay. Good. Okay. All right, just flipping the screens here. All right. Did you get all that, Alex? Okay. All right, I'm going to change the page. Okay. This goes for our home care regimen now and retail sales. God, I hate that word. I just hate it because I hated having to do retail when I was first starting out. But I'm going to let you know a little secret on retail for skin. If you don't educate her enough that she will buy it, what's going to happen is you're not giving a full service to the client. Okay, you're letting her walk out the door and let her destroy everything that you just did to her skin. So you want to make sure that she understands how important it is without trying to push her to buy something. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, because I know from a fact that, and I'm the worst person that wants, you push something on me, I don't want to buy it. But if you tell me the reasons why I need it, okay, or how it's going to work, all right, I'm going to turn around and want to buy it. Well, what was that product you told me about in the treatment room? Da, da, da. That's exactly how that will work. Okay, so this is your home care. And the client's skin care at home accounts for 80% of the condition because we don't see them that often. Once a week, maybe once a month, if they're just doing preserving their skin. But upon completion, you want to review the client's products that you use during the treatment and recommend those products for home use and offer an instruction card. You can make those up yourself, okay? But I would still visually show them how to use that product. Get a little bowl of water if you have to. Show her how much cleanser, like I did with you. A little bit of cleanser and then add more water to it. And you notice how that actually kind of got your attention, right? When you got to do the feel and touch and feel of it, basically. So that's going to do the same thing for her. All right, so that's all going to go into your home care regimen and retail sales. If you properly teach your clients, okay, in the first step, right, in recommending those home cares, you will never have to explain that to her again. She's going to know how important that really is. You want to stress the product's features and benefits so that she understands why she's wanting to buy that product. Basically, it's going to state what the product will do and why. Okay. You have to know the product's features to sell its benefits. That's just simple fact. So remember when I said if you didn't hold the retail in your pocket, like you weren't purchasing the retail for yourself, all right, so that you can get that 100% markup and bring that money in. If you allowed wherever you work to hold that retail, she's about going to give you maybe 15 to 30% of that on a quarterly basis, okay, of what they've purchased. So, you know, if they paid $600 throughout that quarter, okay, on product, you're gonna get 15 to 30% back from your employer. So that's why it's important for you to hold on to that retail line, okay? So at the bottom where it says product statement on 275, okay, you're going to write in there, know the product's features to sell its benefits. Okay, and then I'm going to have you put one more other thing down there. Okay, you're going to put in there retail products, okay? You should be selling 15 to 30% of your service dollars, okay? So that means every client, or more or less, okay, every client that you've done a service on, you should be, they should be spending 15 to 30% in products, okay? Or if you want to do it at the end of the week, okay, for every, you know, all of the services that you've done, 15 to 30% should have been at least backing it up with product. Okay. You say, well, what's the difference between what we do in the treatment room and what she's doing at home? Okay, first of all, there are some products that we have that she does not have. So our mask treatments that she cannot purchase that we only have, okay, they're a little bit stronger than the ones we give them or offer them to purchase. It's kind of like the same thing, but it's not the same thing. So I'm going to take the vitamin exfoliant mask, okay, and then the one we use in the treatment room is going to be a little bit stronger. So that's basically what I'm trying to get at. They can buy a hydrating, okay, a hydrating mask, but you have the colloidal base mask, which is a gel mask, but it can be used with high frequency. Her mask cannot. Do you see what I'm saying? So we have better products in the back that we use for our services and treatments, and then they have a certain line to use for themselves. But our cleansers, toners, and moisturizers are the same that we sell our clients, okay? Same as back bar. All right, I'm going to turn the page here. Okay. This is what we just went over, okay? Properly teaching those clients is the first step in recommending your home care regimen. Never discredit the products clients are currently using. Always say, that's a good line, but have you looked at the ingredients? If I think that there's bad ingredients. If there's good ingredients, I'll just say, yeah, that's a good product. You want to stress the features and benefits of your products. State what that product will do and why it will do that. Okay, and know a product's features to sell its benefits. Okay, we just went through all of that. And it basically tells you at the bottom here, generally in the aesthetic industry, retail accounts for anywhere from 15 to 30% of your service dollars. Your service dollars are like my facials, my body wraps, anything that we do in the treatment room. Okay, so we should be on 276 about rebooking the next appointment. Okay, completion is basically rebooking or scheduling the next appointment. So just like I said, for retail products, when she purchases at the end of the service, you're finishing the whole service by rebooking her and making sure she walks out with product, okay? So you're gonna put all of this into the top part where it says rebooking the next appointment. So it's easier to utilize client base you have than to search for new clients, which is true. So when you're first starting out, your best bet is to start pulling in any type of hair removal, okay? Because that's going to be your foot in the door for any other client, okay? People always want to get waxed. If you work in a shop that has hairstylists in it, okay, and you have no clientele, you do have a built-in clientele in that salon from every hairstylist in there, because she will refer her clients to you, okay? You just have to introduce yourself. Once you get the hair removal in there, it's just a little bit of talking to them to get them in for a facial, okay? Let her know what services you do offer. So you have a built-in clientele if you're working already with a salon. I've always wanted to go into a salon that had like 15 stylists in it. I don't care, because that's 15 people that have clientele that I want. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's the quickest way to build up your clientele is through hair removal. Okay, you want to strive to acquire at least 15 to 20% more new clients each week in order to build up your clientele. It's going to take you 1 year to 2 years working every day. You can have 2 days off, but working every day in order to build up where you have booked a full Saturday, because Saturday is going to be the first day that you're going to be booking up, okay? It'll take you that long. It may take you a couple more years to grab maybe a Friday and then a Thursday. Okay, so there'll be days of the week that you're going to be slow when you first start out, but you're building up that clientele. Okay, the first one, like I said, you're going to fill up, it's going to be a Saturday. People are going to book on those Saturdays and Fridays. So you're going, okay, now I've got to get them during the week or in the evening. Always try to make yourself available for one evening, like 6 to 9. I mean, I did it on Thursdays because I offered it to men, because I had a lot of men clientele that would rather not be in a salon where it's food. Even though my part of the salon was kind of, I don't want to, it's not really a gender, it was both. But I gave them a burgundy towel instead of the gray towels that I used for my female clients. But they like coming in by themselves on that night. All right. Repeat clients will ensure that the books are filled week to week and month to month. I'm going to offer a client a suggested date for a future appointment, and always ask them if they want a follow-up call, text message, hey, your appointment's tomorrow, or whatever. And a lot of these new apps for use so your clients can book and not have to bother you, you can actually have it set up where it will give them a 24-hour notice beforehand, not only booking the appointment, but also that too. Anytime a client calls on your answering machine, because you're going to need one unless you have a receptionist, check back on that on the hour, okay? Because you need to make sure that you're getting back to those clients. Otherwise, they're going to book an appointment with somebody else. So if they're calling on the answering machine, as soon as you finish that client, and that client's dressing, go get the phone, check your answering, check your messages. It's really important to make sure you get back to them. Otherwise, those clients aren't going to be your clients any longer. Okay. You ready to go to the next one? This is going to be on referrals. Okay, referrals, word of mouth is basically the best. Okay, so it's the best form of advertising. Happy clients will pass along recommendations. You can give them incentives or discounts, or generally offer referrals. Okay, so if someone sends you a client, let's say maybe you have a little punch card that you can put next to their client record card in the back, and for every person that they send you, you're going to write that person's name down. Tell them every 5 people that you refer to me, I'll give you, a free eyebrow arch. Okay, you want to do something like that. Don't give away a facial, because that's a whole hour's worth of time. Okay, free lip wax, free brow wax. That's going to take you no time. So think of how you want to give them a free service, but you don't want to give them all of your time. Okay, use this too when you're trying to introduce yourself to a brand new city. Hook up with the radio stations, all that kind of stuff is going to help you, all right? At that point, I would be handing out a facial if I just brand new to the city, okay? I'm trying to build it up, and I was using the radio. Because if you give the gift away, and they can use it for their callers that call in, you get free advertising. So that's the easiest way to do it.
Well, whatever.
Huh?
We'll make like a social media and do a free facial as like a giveaway to gain more.
Yep. Social media is your best friend too, but the radio, people are still listening to the radio. In fact, the place where you're going to work, they're going to be listening to a radio. You know what I mean? So And I've also told you about the welcoming wagon, I guess you could call it, for the city. I know the city of Modesto has one where it's down at City Hall. They will actually set up a day and they can do a grand opening, cut the ribbon, that kind of stuff for you. And then you invite the merchants that are next to you, like a couple doors down or whatever, so they can all celebrate. And you get to know your neighbors, okay? It's kind of a nice little thing. And it's free. All you have to do is set it up. Okay. Everyone got all of this in there? Okay. Go to our follow-ups. Okay. All right. There are two primary reasons to follow up with a client. Okay. The first one is to check on the condition of the client's skin following a treatment. Let's say she had a peel, and you're just checking with her to see that there's no redness. Okay. She's not having any complications, pretty much. Two is to check on the client's satisfaction with any of the products that she purchased. Okay. So it's not so much how did you like the facial I gave you. That's not the type of call we're looking for. We're looking to see the condition of her skin after the service, and then to see if the products are working for her. I had a client, this is so funny. She had such a wonderful time, is basically how she put it. Okay, in my treatment room, and then I had spoke about a lot of products when I was using them. She wanted to buy just about everything. So her bill just for her products alone came up to $500 something, right? And she didn't flinch. She just wrote a check about it. And then the following day, when I was calling her back to check on the product, she said, you know what? I got an allergic reaction from one of them. I'm like, well, which one? So I started to, figure out what it was. She wasn't really allergic to anything, but she was trying to get out of purchasing it. So I could tell that that's what was going on, because she went home and her husband probably said, what the hell? You don't spend that kind of money just to get a facial. So she was like, okay, I have to get rid of this product. So she thought, well, maybe I'll just tell you that something's wrong. It gave me an allergic reaction. So I told her, I said, if you want to return any of that stuff, you can return it to me with no questions asked. I go, in fact, you don't even have to bring me the bottle with the product back. You can bring me back an empty bottle and say, I'm not satisfied with it, and I will return it to the manufacturer. Okay. You will be out, the money just at that time, but when you return it back to your, representative, they're going to replace it for you. So there is a 100% guarantee, even if they use the entire bottle and bring it back. Okay. So when I made that little comment to her, she was like, oh my God. She goes, that's what she told me. She goes, my husband made me take it all back. She goes, I don't know what came over me. I was just so relaxed. I bought everything. We just giggled about it from that point on. But you might have a client just like that. All right. Moving on. Care calls. Okay. Care calls are done within 72 hours of the treatment. Okay, and you're going to put this in there, okay? Because one of the most personal ways to follow up is find the purpose to find out the following information. So under your blocks right there are going to be where those little lines are. If a client was satisfied with the experience, how the client's skin has reacted, how the products are working for her, and if there are any questions that she might have forgot or wanted to know now that she forgot when she was there. Is there anything that could have made it more enjoyable experience? Okay. So going back to like trying to build up your clientele for that, starting off with hair removal, I would get into hair removal, move into facials, and then I would move into body wraps. And a lot of people, like you said, they don't like to take off all their clothes. They don't want to get naked for this type of a service sometimes. And the best way to introduce them is to do like one leg. I would always do like from the knee down to the ankle and show them what the product and the service is going to be like. And then the next thing I know, they're like, okay, you can do my whole body. That feels really good. I like the way that feels on my skin. Do my whole body. So you can always introduce little things. Even the hand massage that I was showing you, you can do anything you do to the face, you can do to body parts because there's skin there. So you can clean off the hands, give it a scrub or exfoliation, put a mask on it, any of those things. Because remember, your hands are the next, they give away your age just like your face. Sad but true. So if they are taking care of their face, You might want to let them know that their hands might need the same service. Ooh, and one other thing, make sure you guys have the most, I don't care what it is, you've got to have the most expensive service on the menu, okay? Because you're going to have people that just want that particular one. They don't care what it is. They just want the most expensive one on the menu because they deserve it. I've had clients here at the school that do that. These mature ladies, and they were on a pacemaker and they're like, oh no, my husband died. I got all this money. I'm going to get the most expensive thing on the menu. And so I'm like, well, you know what? You really can't have that one because that's an electric facial. And she's like, oh, okay. But there's always going to be somebody that wants to spend all this money, you know, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it. You're offering it, I'm going to take it. So these are your thank you notes. Okay, it's just a brief little note and ask the same questions that would be asked during a care call. So it's recommended to follow up with a note or call 72 hours following the visit. And it's usually used for new clients. Okay, and you can pick up these little thank you notes, okay, online. They have them along with like maybe an envelope that you can use for gift certificates. They have them already made up. They put them in a nice little box with a gold little ribbon around it. All of these things you want to be able to have as far as paperwork to help that client or to help you with your business. Okay, you can put little gifts together for them, you know, buy those little 2-ounce bottles that I was talking about and put it in a little netting with a little bow on it. And it's like, you know, travel size. They're great gifts. And you always have them right near the register because people always want to pick up things as they're leaving. Oh, what's this? I know, because I'm one of those people. Oh, what's at the register? I'm going to see. And they're always like tiny sizes, but you get to try them. Okay, and then it says at the bottom down there, it says the last 2 phases of the service where it says delivery and completion, but it says how, why, and what, right? So I'm going to go the how on the delivery, the why, and the what, and then I'm going to do the completion, okay, across. So on the delivery, under the how, this is to ensure the client's comfort, explain the steps, and your commitment to quality. So ensure the client's comfort, explain the steps, and your commitment to quality. That's how we are actually doing this. Okay, why we do this? To satisfy the client's needs. Satisfy the client's needs. And then the what, okay? Because we're going to be using the appropriate equipment, products, and service skills, okay? Appropriate equipment, products, and service skills. So I'm going to be using my steamer, my mag light, whatever, the products that I'm going to be using to give that facial, okay? And then my skills to do the service.
Jenny, can you repeat how, please?
How is ensure the client's comfort, explain the steps, like what you're going to be doing. I'm going to be cleansing your face, I'm going to be toning it, that kind of stuff. And then your commitment to quality. You guys ready for completion now? And I'm going to go how, why, and what on this one also. So under the how, it's to gain feedback. Okay, gain feedback. Discuss the home care. Suggest products. Rebook thank her, like thanking her, okay? And follow up. So it's gain feedback, discuss home care, suggest products, rebook, thanking her, and follow up. And why do we do this? This is to ensure client satisfaction. Okay, ensure client satisfaction, increase the retail sales, and encourage referrals. Okay, so ensure client satisfaction, increase retail sales, and encourage referrals. So, well, yeah, sure. Okay, thank you. All right, and the what? This is going to be a friendly handshake. You know, that eye contact kind of stuff. It's note cards and business cards. Okay, note cards and business cards. Appointment books and client appointment books and client record cards. Because the client record card is going to have the services and products and things like that for you to know. That's your little like information on that client. You guys ready for a break? It's like, yes, please. All right, so it's 11:57. How about 14 after? Okay, give you 14 after 11 today. Okay, I'll see you back then. Hello. Hi, guys. You back already? You notice I sent you your homework already, huh? Just so that you know what we're going to be doing. Okay. And it's really not that much, okay? You're going to be doing those pages in your textbook, which is a feature or benefit. You're just going to figure out, put a B or an F in front of them. Finding the right words, it's which sentence is more appropriate. The 5 phases of client service. What I can do on that one is give you the very first one where it says greeting to show you how to do this. So everybody have page 278 in front of them just for a moment. Okay. You'll have the, under the greeting, number 1, you're going to put in there, you're going to welcome the client. So I'm going to have you fill that in so that you'll know how to do this. Okay. Diana, it's on 278. And Jasmine, we're on page 278 in your study guide. Okay. We're filling in this part. I'm going to show you how to do the greeting part so that you can finish with the ask, analyze, and assess, the agreement, the delivery, and the completion. Okay. And you're trying to put them in order. So don't just shove every order it's supposed to be in. All right. So the second one on greeting is introduce yourself. So you're going to write introduce yourself on number 2. Use a firm handshake. Use a firm handshake. These answers are on the bottom on the right-hand side. And number 4 is going to be make direct eye contact. So then you're going to be going through these under the ask, analyze, and assess and put the 4 that belong in that one, and the 4 in the agreement, and the 3 in the delivery, and 4 in the completion. So does everyone know how to do that? You know, pretty much. If not, you can always refer back to your text or your study guide because it'll break it down also. Okay, and then you're going to be doing 279, which is the matching. It's basically the words and their definitions on the one side. And then on 280, you're going to have a nice little word search. I know you guys have done this in school before.
Oh, I
So your
like
words
it.
are at the bottom. Yeah, the words are at the bottom, and then you just find the words inside that word search. Okay, that one covers that homework. Okay, and then once I'm finished with this other screen where it's going through the review, okay, I will go through the homework on the computer that you have to do also. And then we're going to go through test questions for tomorrow. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if you still have my screen. Oh, nope, you don't. Hold on. Let me share this. And we can go through these. Okay. So we're just going to kind of go through this. Here. So during what phase would you explain the steps and actions that you are taking? Anybody want to try that one?
Delivery.
Delivery, yes. Okay. Number 2, scheduling the client's next appointment and asking the client to book another appointment in advance is referred to as
Rebooking.
rebooking. Good. Okay. 3, the way clients take care of their skin at home accounts for how much percentage of the condition of their skin?
80.
80%. Good. Okay. Let's go to this next one here. All right. Or the best form of advertising in any customer service business is what? Someone wants to
Word of
tell me.
mouth.
Word of mouth. Okay. And 5, the follow-up calls are recommended within how many hours following a visit?
72.
72.
72. Yes. Good. Okay. So now it's just going to go by a couple more. These are our answers. So you got delivery right. You got booking, and you got 80% right, right? The last 2 are on here, word of mouth, and 72 hours. Good, you guys did really well. All right, so now it's going to just tell us the facts. Okay. Delivery is to ensure the client's comfort during service, explaining the steps and actions that are taking place, and the commitment basically to delivering the highest quality of service. Okay. All right. Completion is to gain feedback, discuss their home care regimen, suggest the purchase of products, schedule that next appointment, and guide the customer to the front desk. Don't ever just leave that customer to walk from the treatment room up to the front by herself, because you need to continue the rest of the service that you're offering her, which is going through that information on the products. All right, completion continued. You want to thank the client and bid goodbye. Document your details, product, services that you've done on her. Any time frame that needed to be, recorded as far as time, like if appeal's been done and you have to put down 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you want to make sure you document that part. Within 72 hours, you're going to do a follow-up with a thank you note or a phone call. And you're going to call to see if there are any reactions to the treatment that you gave her. Okay, especially to new clients. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off. Hold on a second. All right. Now, so this is where your homework is going to be. Okay. You're going to go down. This is 9.2. You're going to go down to where it says, now if you missed anything in this lecture, go up here to right where it says study guides and download what we just did. Your smart notes are on this part right here. But your first homework assignment on the computer is going to be the discussion. It says, as a service professional, it is important that you keep your client comfortable and satisfied throughout the treatment, I'm going to assume that says, throughout the service. However, some clients who are not satisfied with the service will not express this to you. They will simply not rebook. Give some examples in which a client may be dissatisfied with the service and offer some solutions to prevent that. Okay, and it says share with the group. So I'm going to ask you to give me 2 examples. Okay, I'm not going to ask you for more than that, but 2. All right, I'm going to give you one just to give you an example, but you can't use this one. Okay, it's dirty. The treatment room's dirty, so she's not going back. Okay, so you want to make sure that your treatment room is clean. Okay, that would be something that somebody would be upset with. Okay, tools out. You just didn't look neat and tidy. Okay, so you give 2 examples. All right, then you're going to go back to this one and you're going to do the assignment. Remember, you're taking a picture of this once you write it down. And then you send it in a text. All right, so then we're going to go down here to the bottom where it says assignment. And it says create a video with a partner demonstrating how to recommend products to a client after the service, as well as, this is going to be good, as well as home care regimen. Okay, so basically you're showing them how to use their product, okay, and what they're supposed to be doing on a day-to-day basis. If she's supposed to be doing it once a day, twice a day, because some things you'll probably say, I want you to use this twice a day, morning and night, and then other things you're going to be saying, I want you to use this in the morning, and I want you to use this in the evening. Okay, think about that sleep cocoon, okay, as one of those products. All right.
Miss Jenny, it's like we make video, how we explain the product, we make video for us?
Yes. You're
Okay.
making a video now to show them how to use their products.
Okay.
And how to use it like at home when they're not with you.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. Okay. So we're going to go back to that and you're going to send it again to my email. Don't send this where it says submit. You send it in the email. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Everything in the book, the textbook, you get to send it on the zip. You send it as a text. Okay. At least, or you're going to send it as a text. You're going to go to the bottom where it says the challenge. Okay. This is the only one that you will submit on the computer. Everything else must be photographed and sent as a text. So you have 10 questions on this one. Okay, you scroll down to the bottom. And after you answer these, you're going to hit submit text. Okay, everything else gets sent on the text zipwhip or to a text message to us. Does everybody understand their homework assignment? Yeah, because tomorrow you will have the test on chapter 9. Okay, I could actually continue in theory today if you guys want to go into your new chapter, but I'd kind of rather like not start a new one when you haven't finished the test on this one. Okay. So that's why I'm going to end earlier today because of that. All right. Is that okay with you guys? Y'all y'all okay with that one? Because the next chapter is going to be chapter 6, and I don't know if you want to start that big one today. Okay, so I'll wait until next week and we'll start that. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns on any of the information? Alex, did you have something you wanted to ask?
I was just gonna ask if you got the videos that I emailed to you last night.
Yes.
You did?
You
Okay.
sent my email, then I got them.
Okay.
Okay. If I didn't get the emails, then I will let you guys know, because right now that's what I'm going to do between this, from now until I have to get my next class, and I'm going to review your videos. So if I didn't get it, I will send you a text back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's just for some reason those, when you send in those two, if you put them on the same page, like when you made a photocopy of it and you put it on the same text message, remember about the movies that you had to watch? Some of you, I had to ask you to put the wax one back on there because I didn't get it. It's because if you put them together, I don't get the second page. So if you put it on one page and then put the other one on another page, I get them, okay? So that's why I had to ask you guys to send it to me again, some of you, okay? Any other questions, you guys? No? Okay, then, I'm gonna let you go. Have a nice afternoon. All right. Let me, wait a minute. I forgot. We've got your test questions
Oh,
I was
yeah,
gonna
that's
ask.
back in here, and I go, didn't I give you chapter 14 already? Excuse me, I gave you 14. I need number 9, though. That's the one we had to get. Sorry, you can't leave it yet. Sorry about that. There are, so if you have a piece of paper out, let me change this. Oh, I knew there was something wrong. Write your answers down, because remember what you're going to do is just write the answer for that test question, and then you're going to yourself do a definition of it so that you'll have a study guide. Okay. Is everybody already ready? Okay. Number 1. Which of the following statements reflects the purpose of the ask, analyze, and assess phase? Offering professional advice.
it's freezing, Miss Jenny.
Okay.
I can hear
Number
you,
2.
Miss Jenny.
Advice.
Miss Jenny. Oh my God.
I'm not on mute.
You're
Yes.
lagging, Miss Jenny.
Can the rest of you hear me?
No, freezing.
What? I'm alive. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try and log out and come back in then, okay?
Okay.
All right. Is that what you're trying to tell me? I'm like, okay, all right.